Hi, guys. Welcome back to Empowerment Network. This is Comfort talking to you from the United Kingdom. Oh, I think three of us are from the UK, Andy, Red, and myself. And this evening, we're just joining in to add our voice or to add to whatever you've already heard, just to encourage ourselves. Everything is already a done deal, and we are just encouraging everybody this evening to be consistent in doing whatever right thing they are doing in their own corner. Andy, welcome.
Happy Monday!
Oh yeah,
And
happy
it
one
is.
indeed.
What a fabulous weekend, guys.
Indeed, yeah. Hi, Red.
Hey, how you doing, everyone?
Doing okay? Yeah,
Yeah,
Red.
good.
We always like to give you the honor to start. It's a very the topic is as it is, but then let's go on. Right.
Okay, yeah, absolutely fine. Um, always, I always try to look at the wave effect of what you're doing online. Is that it's never a smooth curve, is it? Whatever you are doing online, it's never smooth.
Mhm.
You have some big highs, you have some big lows, but the most important thing is to keep going. That's for sure. And how do you keep going is the big answer, isn't it? Well, the main thing is to not lose sight of what your goal is. And sometimes you have to remind yourself what that goal is. And obviously, goals change, but whatever that goal is, it's important to have sight of that goal. So, whatever you are doing at the moment online, then you need to keep hold of that goal because temptation is a difficult thing, isn't it? And when things aren't going well for you for one reason or another, whether that is because of your online business isn't where you think it would be at the time scale that you think it would be, or maybe you are not getting out of that business what you thought you would, then temptation is a big thing, and people start wondering about what ifs, whatevers, and maybe start looking at other things. But I can assure you of one thing, and one that is the grass is never greener on the other side. That's for sure. So sometimes you need to re-establish your goals of what you are actually fighting for, where you're trying to get to, and utilizing uh, all of us, utilizing to be plugged in to try and get recordings or anything of what is going on to give yourself a better understanding and to keep those goals alive. Now, as you well know, I've been involved with OnPassive for a very long time, well over 5 years, and having this wave effect of highs and lows for me has been a continual thing that's gone on throughout those 5 years. But one thing I've never done is waver from what I think this company can do, where it's going to go, but more importantly, what they are trying to do for us. And I think this is one of the major important things to keep hold of is we have got a company that are doing what they are doing, not just for the benefit of their own selves, i.e. the company, but for us, normal, everyday person on the street. We are not influencers. We are not high flyers. We are just normal mums, dads, people who go to work. And what do we want? We want to better ourselves for our individually, personally, for our family, friends, kids. We want to put all of these, and this is where our goal comes from. It is to utilize OnPassive as the company to get to where we want to get to. Now, as I said, it is important to reevaluate and have a look at our goals from
Mhm.
time to time because it certainly helps you have focus. Now, the company doing all this for us, that is reflected in the compensation plan. What we already know right now, I've never come across a company who are giving what they are giving back already. I mean, have you ever been involved with anything where you've bought a product that you can resell and that first sale you get 100% of it back? That's all your money that you've paid for that one thing, one sale. And then after that, it's 25% on every sale after that. That's what we know about the one product that we can purchase at the moment and resell. Our CEO has already told us there is more in the pipeline as far as payments are concerned. we know that there is going to be other products that are going to have other commission bases to them and other price points. We really have got a really good opportunity with OnPassive, because we are not selling a promise of give us your money, invest it with us, and we will give you this back. We are saying, here we are, we're a legal, legitimate company that supply digital products and services, and there's going to be physical ones as well. You buy it, you can resell it, and you make a commission. It's very easy and simple mathematics. You buy it, you resell it, you make a commission. There's no give me $1,000 and I'll give you back 50% in a month's time. And then you wake up one morning and it's all gone.
Right.
We've been here for over 5.5 years. We're still building. Yes, there is bumps in the road. That's normal practice with every single business. They will get sorted out. We will move on. And 2024 really is going to be the year for OnPassive. I can see it coming. Back to you, Comfort.
Right. Thanks so much, Red. Andy, given that we are just here, to encourage people and make sure we keep the track, be consistent in doing the right thing that we've been doing so that we don't get in trouble. Red has already put out a few points out there, but I would like to start from where he talks about the highs and lows when you're doing stuff online. So, should we look at those as learning curve, every high and every low as a learning curve to learn from there and keep on focusing on the picture? Would that be one of the things?
I want to take it one stage further, actually, Comfort. I mean, look, we have highs and lows in many things, to be fair.
Right.
But I never look at things, I used to, but I don't look at things as highs and lows anymore. If you're taking steps towards your goal every day, then whether it's a small step or a large step, you're going towards that goal. So what you have sometimes is you might go up 3 steps and come back 1 or come back 2, but you've still taken a step.
Mm-hmm.
What we have to take into consideration is that the vast majority of the early birds involved with this have a good heart. They're here to help. They're here to want to create wealth for themselves and for others, whereas there's a few rotten apples in the barrel, and we're not bothered about those because the power of the many far outweigh the few. So I've never lost the feeling that I had after listening to our CEO for the first time, because I have faith. I have total faith in the man, and his vision may have taken me 4 months to understand, but once I understood what he was trying to achieve, wow, is all I can say, because and being able to be part of that has meant a hell of a lot for me and many of those around me, because it will change our lives. I have no doubt of that.
Right. Yeah. Red, when I was looking at your video from Friday, something just came to mind too. I was like, looking at the fact that we have been there, depending whenever you joined from 2018, from inception to right to where we are now and wherever we are going, should we look at that like a privilege? And so,
well, 100%,
yeah,
100%. I mean, I don't want to make comparisons with other businesses or anything else like that.
right.
But if you take any of the large companies that are out there right now, and you can name them, like let's just put it out there, okay? Microsoft, Apple, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube,
Amazon.
Instagram, Amazon. All of those, right? We as outsiders, we look at them and we go, wow, they are massive. Okay, we use them and all the rest of it, which is absolutely fantastic. But we are in a position where, with OnPassive, where they are in the years to come. We are starting off huge now anyway. We're starting off with We were told last week we're starting off with a user base of 3 million people. No, it's not small by any means for any online company. Is it large? No, it's not huge, but what a start that is. But the beauty is that we have been there through the building of this business. Now, we don't like to use the word founder anymore, early adopter, as you guys have said. And we are all affiliates and resellers of the products of ONPASSIVE. But to be able to be in a position where we have seen warts and all of this company from way back in 2018 for many of us, 19, 20, etc., for you guys as well, to see where we are now from where we were, that is a privilege. Why? Because in the years to come, people are going to say to us here, and many of you who are going to be watching this now, what, you were one of the original founders in those early days before, it all started. And we're going to, yeah. And they're going to want to know what it was like. It's like asking a founder who was there through the trials and tribulations of Amazon and Microsoft and Apple, and all of these other companies. Nobody knows anything about that because there really wasn't any, was there? There's a handful, and I mean a handful, 4 or 5, that actually put the company together to get it to where it is now, of the original people. This is why we're in such a lucky position, because we have lived the journey. Now, they always say sometimes the journey is better than a destination. Absolutely. But it's all a big thing of perception, isn't it? Sometimes that journey isn't a fantastic journey, is it? Like I said, ups and downs, highs and lows, bumps in the roads, twists and turns, different directions, etc. But boy, is it sweet when you get to the destination at the end of it. Why? Because you've had the hard journey, and it makes that destination even more sweeter when you get to it. And I really do feel that 2024 is the year of ONPASSIVE. Why? Everything's in place. Can't say it more than that. Yes, we launched commercially on the 1st of September. Yes, we have had payment issues. Why? We're too big already. Nobody's ever come across an ONPASSIVE before as far as merchants are concerned. They've never come across a brand new guy on the block that all of a sudden, boom, within 24 hours, they literally have got millions, and I mean millions of people and dollars absolutely piling into their merchants because they want to buy our products. They've never heard of it before. Normally, you build as you're going along. We were like that, boom, and everything went a bit crazy, didn't it? So has it been a learning curve for the company? Absolutely, it has been. Has it been a bad position that it's put the company in? No, not at all. It's just another bump in the road. We learn from these things. We know now how to steer ourselves in a direction, how to control the flow, etc., and all the rest of it. And this is exactly what happens with businesses. We evolve, we learn from our mistakes, but we keep on going forward. Like Andy has said, was the merchants a setback? Yeah, of course it was. Is it going to change what is going to happen with ONPASSIVE? Absolutely not. Not at all. We've had to readjust, realign, learn a few things, and then we push forward once more. And I really do believe now, especially now, the merchants have all been sorted. We've got the products in the background waiting to be released. We've got all of the advertising. We know that works because of the amount of people that have already come into ONPASSIVE. And this is without tweaking. This is without a little bit more advertising or anything like that. So 2024, mark my words, is the year of ONPASSIVE.
Thank you, Red. So, Andy, I know you might want to add something, but I would like you also to go on this idea where Ash was promising that if it works well, he's considering like wiping out every other thing that we started and giving us an opportunity to start back and fresh, like to do the withdrawals or stuff like that with the testing this week. Does that sound like way of reassuring us that everything is working as planned.
Red's made a very good point about, we've been on a journey, some since 2018, some since 2022 when the early bird position closed. The fact of the matter is that the business has now started. And we're already, if you look at the numbers, if you think about it, we're at the top of the tree. But then anyone coming in the next 6 months or so is still at the top of the tree, because we have the capability and the products and the value for money that's going to create a customer base of well in excess of 100 million over time, and we have a potential customer base of 5.4 growing by 200 million every year, 5.4 billion potential customers. So everybody that uses the internet today can use something that we will have and have already, to be fair, with the email and the social media platform. Red's talked about this journey. We've been the lucky ones to be party to that, to understand what's gone on. So all of the people that are now coming on board, they've started their journey, and they've started their journey at the top, if you like, because, as I said, we've got this capability. So if you've got, 1 million active people, people that have activated their accounts plus, but let's call it 1 for argument's sake right now, and by the end of the year you've got 100 million, we're in the top 1%. Now, how many businesses have that capability? Not very many. And if you were lucky enough to be party to, the other businesses that are in place, you'd have issues with shareholders, management. We don't have that. We're lucky enough not to have to worry about that, and we're still at the top of the tree. And for this next year, I still believe we're going to be at the top of the tree, because again, if you've got 100 million customers and there are 5 billion plus potential customers, 100 million means that an awful lot of people are going to make an awful lot of money over a period of time. So anyone that's looking at a serious business that they can make a good living from and build a residual income, this is it. We don't have to worry about shareholders. We don't have to worry about people going, you can't do that, you can't do that, you need to make us profit. No, we're not interested in that. What we're interested in is providing, or what ONPASSIVE is interested in, is providing value for money and superior products. And we've already proved that with the small number of products that we currently have, but there are many, many more to come. And that's when it gets really, really exciting for everybody. So yes, we've been on this journey, and yes, we want to see the end result. But at the end of the day, I've loved being on this journey. I've loved seeing what's going on. I've loved understanding what's actually happening, instead of listening to a lot of idiots that haven't got a clue because they haven't taken the time to find out. And that's an exciting part of being part of this business. Now, guys that come on board now are going to go, I get it, I see this. They haven't had to go through these trials and tribulations that many of us have, but that's not a problem, because they see the vision. And by the way, every single one that comes on board has to go through an early bird. Shame. We've put up with the trials and tribulations, if you like, but it's not been that way the way I see it. It's been part of a journey where you've had total faith in what's been going on, and total faith in the person that's leading us to that end result. And his team, obviously, but the person that's been leading us to that result. So, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thanks. So sometimes I always like us to comment a bit, on the CEO and what he does, Red, because one of the things which is unique about him is that when he promises and it ends up not working as planned, he comes back and tells us that this is where we are now and we are about to recalibrate. We're going back to the drawing board. What comment would you make about him on this
Uh,
note?
I, my comment is always the same with Ash, is that his heart is always in the right place. And then sometimes you've got to realize that he spends 24/7 in front of a computer screen. He doesn't have any external friends. It's not like he goes to dinner. He lives and works and breathes on passive all the time and works tirelessly all the time for the benefit of the company and especially us, the early bird adopters of the business. Now, when he tells us stuff, he always does it in completely good faith, and that's what he's thinking at the time. Anybody who has had anything to do with business knows that you have all the best intentions of the world for what you are saying is going to be the truth, but unfortunately external things get in the way and it causes things not to be quite as they are. We've experienced this on many occasions, but as Comfort's rightly said, if there has been any hiccups or things that have changed, he always comes back and lets us know what has happened. He doesn't necessarily use it as an excuse to say, oh, this happened or that happened, but he certainly, in his own way, lets us know that it hasn't been within the time scale that he wanted it to be. But one thing, anything that he's told us has happened. It might not have happened within the time scale he's told us, but it certainly has happened. And that really is where we've learned a lot. Remember, I just said early on in this interview that some things don't always work out as you want to. And one of the things that we've learned along the way is to not give too many promises. Why? Because too many people have held on to promises of certain things, and for some reasons beyond our control, they haven't materialized, and we get pretty chastised for that, and especially our CEO. I've never come across a guy who is in charge of a business that doesn't do what they're doing for the benefit of the business and the people involved in the business. Everything he obviously, look, don't get me wrong, and he understands this, is that a business has to make money to function, to evolve, to grow. They have to have a certain amount of money coming into the business to pay the bills and all the rest of it, and to give liquidity to a business. But what he is doing is trying to give as much back to those within the company that want to be affiliates. Now, I'm seeing this already, that there is many people who are buying our products and services within ONPASSIVE who have zero interest in making money. Now, I know some people are going to go, what is wrong with these people? Don't they want to make money? Well, the short answer to that is no, they don't actually. Why? Because our services and products that we are producing, they want to utilize these for things that they are doing, whether it's individual things that they're doing online, whether it's businesses they're doing online. We are service providers, right? The products that we produce are things that people need within their own businesses. So they're not interested in making money from these products. They're interested in these products making their lives and their businesses either more efficient or to give them more exposure. So we are in a situation where those that want to make some money, yeah, you crack on. Very simple mathematics. You purchase the product, you can resell that product to whoever you want, and you will make a commission. Easy mathematics. It's like if you're a wholesaler, you go to a wholesaler, you buy a load of goods, You go to a market, you sell them, you make a profit, that profit's yours, but you've purchased the product. On passive, beauty. You don't have to have any stock whatsoever. You buy the digital product and you can resell it, and guess what? You make a profit, which is your commission that's paid by the company. There's going to be all sorts of other bits and pieces as well, but in basics, that's exactly what it is. And like I said, I've never come across a company that give you 100% of that first sale. I mean, that's your money back off your first sale, and then every subsequent sale after that, you're in profit. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, this is why I'm saying the majority of the people are going to be users because they like our products. What we're on now, OConnect, it's a video conferencing solution. Why are people going to use this? Why? Because it has more features. It's cheaper. Yeah, you know, it's a lot easier to use. It has all sorts of cool gadgets that go along with it. The sound's great. The video's really cool on it. Has all sorts of bits and pieces that you can play around with that make your video conferencing solution absolutely top notch. Moving forward, it's only going to get better, guys. We've got auto translation for different languages. That's coming with this platform, you know, which has never been done by anybody else. Another reason. But the main one is it's higher tech than what is out there at the moment, lower price point for more attendees on your video conferencing. So people use it because it makes their life easier. The same with our other products that are coming along. You know, people are going to use them because it makes their life easier. So having a CEO at the helm wanting to give back to its loyal customer base that are affiliates, never been heard of, and he doesn't deserve some of the stress that is sent his way, because at the end of the day, all he's got is a heart of gold to want to help people. But unfortunately, business people don't look at it like that, do they? Because that's not really how the business world works. Well, unfortunately, here comes ONPASSIVE. We're here to change things. Why? Because there is the ability in the business world to do things in the right manner, with the right heart, and certainly in a position to be able to help as many people along the way as possible. Back to you, Comfort.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So, Angie, I would like us to be ending with this point, which I find even most important. You know, if everything goes well, beginning this Monday, we may see a few things, maybe to start testing the payment options and stuff, if everything goes well. Can you just go on that and give a bit, as much information as you can?
Look, we are getting to the stage now where there are more and more people activating the OConnect. So they're putting our video conferencing platform in their online store. Okay, now that's the first paid product, but we also have, you know, OTrim, ONet, and OMail already in there, in that store. And we're shortly going to get others. So OTracker's coming, ODesk is coming, OBook is coming, OVerify is coming, and so much more. Now, interestingly, and Red's covered this earlier, you know, would you ever dream in your wildest dreams that the head of Facebook or the head of Amazon would actually help somebody else out, having seen what goes on in the background? No, that's never going to happen. So we have someone different, we have someone special, and what is really sad is there are people still wanting to, you know, create havoc instead of helping the whole system move forward. And we have an extremely exciting 2024 coming, guys, because look, you know, we know that there are products stacking up in the background we're getting over this small hurdle of the payment processing, because these merchants just didn't realize the numbers that are going to come in, and all of a sudden it goes, oh my word. So they've had to kind of, limit who can and who can't get in. And then we've had obviously problems again with several people in certain countries using fraudulent cards. Well, that's not the company's problem, or fault, I should say. But at the end of the day, the company is sorting this out. Now, these people just need to get out of the way and let those of us that really want part of this and want to be part of this global phenomena. So it's going to work. And our CEO, and I love this, our CEO has ever quitting again. So he's never going to quit. No matter what happens, he is building this and doing this for all of us. And as I said, if you look at the other companies involved, and you look at the heads of these other companies involved, you just think, would they ever do something that our CEO is doing? Not on your Nelly. They're more interested in themselves. So yeah, we've got an awful lot coming, and 2024 for all of us is going to be extremely exciting.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Andy. Red, I think three of us understand why I was stressing on the phrase or the expression, if everything goes well, because, the team is already stressed enough, even though very dedicated and passionate about what they are doing, and what we would avoid is adding more stress. So when they say everything goes well, I think it's quite simple for everybody to understand. But people still come and say, Ash said on Monday, we are going to start making money. So that's why let's just come from your own angle and let's close on that point, please.
Yeah, again, I think if the payment process that they're using at the moment does what they want it to do, as far as all the paying and paying out, they're testing payouts from Monday or shortly after Monday. I think if that goes according to plan, we should see people starting to get paid. Simple as that. And if the small amount that do get paid, if that goes through successfully, they'll start scaling that out, and more people will get paid. If you remember back a couple of weeks, one of Ash's wish list is that everybody who has requested a withdrawal would have that in process before Christmas. Again, it's his wish list. It's what he wants to happen. But obviously, when there's third parties involved, sometimes things are taken out of your hands. But certainly, we were told on the last webinar that from our CEO and from our COO, Mohammed Kamal, that from Monday, things will be tested. And if it goes according to plan, we should all be having a very nice Christmas, which is fantastic. Can't see any reason why not. But hey, as I've always said, things do happen that are out of our control. But like I said, and Andy said as well, things really are shaping up fantastically for 2023. That's for sure. So things are looking good. Back to you, Comfort.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks everybody who's watching us. Do well to share this information and keep on keeping on. It's already a done deal, and our lives will never be the same again. Thanks, Red and Andy, and see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.